Hey guys, so coming on tonight, we are going to turn our hearts into either earrings or little charms and so forth, or just clean them up. So first thing we need is our Dremel tool, which I just charged it so that we'd have full, well, it's not all the way full, but we'd have plenty of juice in it so that we can do the cleanup, and then we'll start creating these into some charms, and pieces. So this is just a little Dremel tool. It has 3 settings. 2 is probably my favorite. And I know it's not the best of sound that you get, so if you want to just mute, I will not be offended. But this one, we did this top layer on this one, so it's a little tricky getting the heart shaped, but we're gonna get it. And this tool just takes some practice working with it. I maybe wouldn't start with such intricate of an item, but if it's your first time using a Dremel. But and I'm not worried about stuffing this up because we're going to paint the side of this one, so that I'm not worried about. Alright. One down. Creates a lot of dust, so just be aware of that. That's so cute. Hug me. Okay, I'm not talking a ton just because, yeah, we're being so noisy, so. This one doesn't take much pressure. I can tell that it's taken the layer that I want it to off, so I'm not having to really do much to it to get the edging to come off. Also, if I sound really far away, I'm sorry. I normally have my headset on, but my headset decided to die this week. Actually, yesterday. So, I got a new one on order. But I'm like, oh, I probably need to remember to speak up because I'm using the microphone on my phone. And the day that we're doing dremeling. It's all good. Woo! Okay, well that happened. We just flung it. Let's see. It landed in a little little container off to the side of my desk. So the Dremel just caught it just right and decided to take it for a little ride. I'm a leave that one till the end. Yeah, this one looking funky here. I think I'm going to Dremel that. And then we'll put this one in a thin layer of resin probably to clean that up. Because it was looking really rough right there. And I think it's because there was a bubble there, and maybe I tried to fill it, and then the resin looked almost burnt. So I'll probably just go ahead and scuff the rest of this up, and then we'll do a layer of resin to clean it up, to clean it back up. So when you scuff it up, you can do one of two things. If it's in an area like on the sides here, I'll paint them, or you can put another layer of resin on it and it will shine right up. That one looks good. Just kind of giving it a look over to make sure it looks like a heart. You gotta be careful to not take your shape away, whatever you got going. So of course we have the hearts going. You want to make sure that you keep that shape. Very nice, very nice. This one really doesn't need much. Like it is pretty much done. Nice, nice, nice. Just a few more. Same with this one, like it doesn't really need anything. It feels really good all the way around. So, you know what? Don't mess with it if it ain't broke. I think that one's good. Alright, this one, I'm going to do a little bit around the edge. There's not much we can do on the inside of it because you can't get your Dremel in there, but just making sure the edges are cleaned up is good. Okay. Whew, look how dusty that is. So what I do for that, I have just a little spray bottle with some water and a paper towel, and I just like to give them a quick wipe over. And I'm going to wipe down my little spoon rest that I have. This just helps kind of keep everything together for me when I'm doing small projects like this. So I just take that little bit of a paper towel and just get the dust off of everything. If I need to, I'll add more water, but ultimately just give it a once over, wipe down kind of scenario. And then we get to turn these into some pretty pendants and give them their finishing touches. Well, probably not really pendants. I'm going to do more, what do I want to say? Earrings and charms. So this is the one I scuffed up all the way. You can tell, obviously, that it's still scuffed, but just wiping it with water also got a lot of the white part up. But once we put a layer of resin, that should fully clear up. So I'm not concerned at this point. So I like to just kind of give a little once over of my tool. I'm going to do a once over with our wet paper towel, but then I'm going to also go ahead and, just so that I don't have all that dust hanging around, I'm going to throw a little bit more water on the mat and just wipe this clean. Now, I am going to switch out this tool on here and put in our drill bit so that we can drill holes if we need to. So this does come with various tools. It comes with a whole array of tools. I will link it in this video. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. If you haven't watched the previous videos, this way you'll know how to switch this out. So you turn it on. I like the one, doesn't ultimately matter. You're going to stop it and you're going to go lefty-loosey. And basically this part does come off of the tool piece that holds that. But there's, sorry, I need like a fourth hand here. I'm just going to turn it off. Then we'll turn it back on. Obviously, if I wasn't trying to record, I wouldn't worry about it. But this ultimately is in there, and this is on there, and this goes in here. When this tightens, it closes this up and around this to hold it on. And then, of course, this is on here. So that's how it spins. But for our drill one, we need a different connector piece. So back on, stop it. That has to go in first. Then your black knob. You don't want to tighten it all the way because we want to get our drill bit in there. And then we tighten it all the way. And then I always check it, like that's not going to pull out. So perfect. We have it where we need it to be. And I normally have, oh, I see it. My piece of cardboard that I can drill on top of. So I'm going to make sure that I'm in frame. I'm going to push these out. And this way I know that I'm in frame because we'll be on here. Okay. This is where we'll do our making of things. So let's start with, let's see. That one has some work to be done because those are our XOXOs. They're so cute. Okay. Like, okay, these are going to be charms because I don't have matching ones. Yeah, these are charms. I guess those were ones I was going to make into earrings. Yeah, we're going to try to make those into earrings. Just seeing how I would do that. Because I didn't make duo for earrings otherwise. So we'll try that. These would be too big. They're too heavy. These would be a good magnet. Or turn them into, like, onto a keychain charm. This one had a lot of bubbles in it. Okay. So, I want to get, I have gold, but I'm feeling like, you know, I have a couple that I would do in gold. I'm having everyone except silver. That's because my silver was off to the side. Okay, so these are paint pens. I am a mess tonight. So I shake them really good, just like a can of spray paint. You want them shook shook up super good. And then you want to, I'm gonna be fancy. Take the lid off, and then this is where, like on this one, I'm gonna just cover this in silver, and it's gonna help hide all that rough. You're gonna see some of the things that it highlights certain flaws, but it also hides certain flaws, if that makes sense. So, and the reason why I'm doing the painting first is if I need to do touch-ups later, I can. But this way, the paint is on. It dries really fast, so it's not something I'm concerned about it. And I have to, this does have a hole already in a spot, so it's just a matter of drilling that hole fully out. Because I think it got filled. If you don't want paint on you, I would suggest, especially with this fine, small pieces, I would throw on a pair of gloves or just on your one hand that's holding your piece so that you're not getting paint on you. If you're at all like me, which clearly I'm a hot mess today. I think I'll do that one in gold. That one I think we'll do in gold too. This one will do silver, that one I'll do gold. These ones I'm just going to do the back edge here. So it's almost like you're not even going to see it, basically. Oh. You have a limited amount of time if you do mess up that you can get it off. So I was able to just wipe it right off. But if you were to let it sit like whatsoever, it's over. It's done. I mean, literally you have a split second to wipe it off. If you really messed up, everything's fixable. You can come up with a creative way to either end up painting where you messed up and continuing on, or you can sometimes with some rubbing alcohol get the patch that you messed up on and fix it. So I think the rest I'll do gold. Alright. Now to prime those, you do have to typically like push them down to get that primed up, but these ones don't need it. This is a real fine tip one, gold, but it's got enough paint on it. I'm gonna see, I have one of the thicker tips if I need it, which, okay, it's not priming. Like it did great, and then now it's not doing so hot. Like, come on. It shouldn't be this hard. Is it me? Is it the marker? Is it you? Is it me? You? I feel like I'm getting sloppy. Okay. It's not much. These ones, I'm going to get the bigger one because it just will be terrible to sit there through that whole thing. Especially with how this one is somewhat working, somewhat not. Like, such fine detail being on the edge of this. If you're sensitive to smells like spray paint smell, I don't suggest markers like this, but These are oil-based, so they're really strong. Very, very strong smelling. I haven't tried acrylic ones. I would think they would work because you're just going on the resin, so it should, in theory, work. It might rub off more easily, so you would maybe need to seal with a layer of resin. I would have to experiment to know. Okay, let's roll with that and grab, find one that's open. I got all kinds of different brands going here. That's fine. It's all good, right? All good. This one might need primed. Or are you out? Why aren't you? Sometimes if you sit there and hold it down for a few seconds and then pump it. It's hard to know because you can hear the balls that are in there that keep the paint moving. So it's hard for me to know if it's out of paint or if it's... This one might be done. Because it just does not. Okay. I'm gonna give it just a minute. Nope. Oh, wait. I think I saw some. Hang on. Maybe down. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that was a false alarm. I don't know though. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I spent way too much time. Shouldn't be that difficult. That one is probably out, so we will open up a new one. So because it hasn't been used, you guys will get to see how this is done. Alright. And it has instructions on the side of it, so if you're like unsure of, obviously follow the instructions. So you can tell that that doesn't have any paint on it. So we're going to prime it. And once it starts coming out, you'll know. It's harder once you've used your pen or your marker already. Like, heck, is that a brand new one? Because you already have paint on it. Like, are we getting any paint? I say should be. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's just being really slow. Oh, there it comes. So now you can see that that has paint on it. See? Okay. 100th time is the charm, but oh look, see how smooth? That's how it should be. That's how I knew something was not going right. Should come out and be very nice and smooth. Which is nice. Nice. So this, I think, I'll probably have this one, this episode is coming out on Valentine's Day. So I get if you are spending it with loved ones, if you don't watch on Valentine's Day, but I definitely wanted to get it out there. Have some fun things coming up with, I'm going to try to do some holiday episodes, you know, around the holidays that we'll do some themed. So it may not be as long as this one, or they may be longer. Just kind of depends. But we're going to do some. Valentine's is just the first of its kind. Okay. Looks so cute. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit on these. Just doing that edge that I dremeled so that it's not looking so rough, basically. I think these would make, you could do a few different things. Keychains would be cute. You could make these into a necklace pendant. You can make them into a magnet. You could make them into like one of those charms that hangs down from your rear view mirror for your car or something like that. So magnets, you would just need to get a magnet and put on the back, and then they'd be cute. I'm really not going to do anything else with those. I might turn this one into for like hanging in your car, just so that you can see that. Now, these two, we need to get our UV resin and go ahead and cover the one in UV resin. Like where is, there it is. So where's my bottle of UV resin? So this is getting close to out. I have new ones. This is a Let's Resin UV resin. I'll bring it into the camera here in a minute. I'm just going to try to let it sit upside down for a second while I pull my light out. I'm not going to worry about having the whole light. I'm just going to have the part that's going to be plugged in just to make this relatively smooth and easy. And if you've watched the other episodes, you know this is a Let's Resin UV lamp. Double-sided. I have both top and bottom, which I love. It is a game changer. This guy, I don't know what we're going to do with him. He's got so many holes and things. I think he's just kind of a fun thing that maybe he'll get thrown into something else eventually. I don't know. Not sure. Not sure what we're doing with him. Before I do this, I'm going to throw a glove on. Because this is so small, I'm afraid that I will get resin everywhere, and if I don't throw a glove on. So, and I do not want to do that. So here, we're going to just, you can already tell it's shining itself right up. And it's not going to take much. I'm not sure if I want to, how do I want to do this? I don't know. I'm like, do I spread it around? I'm afraid if it's too thick. So I think what I'm going to do is just mostly wipe it off with my glove. And then I know I'm grabbing that oddly, but I'm going to throw a little rubbing alcohol onto a paper towel just to clean my gloves. And then basically just rubbing that on. I'm going to put one more layer because I had that rubbing alcohol on it, just kind of scuffed it, and I didn't want to do that. I want it to be more like, yep, this is the problem with working with something so small. And I feel like that just scuffed it up again. Okay, let's just scuff it up. See, we're gonna work through this. We're gonna get through it. It's fine. It's it's all fat. May not be, but we're gonna process through. I'm afraid if I just leave a layer on, that I'm gonna have some rough spots. So I just, more than anything, just wanted, I mean, obviously you need a layer on. I'm not saying that. I just didn't want to have too thick of a layer, I guess, is my concern. And I didn't want to end up with like a weird brush line, per se. And that's what I'm afraid when we're doing with this brush, is you're going to end up with a weird brush line. Or end up with a big glob somewhere. If I do just a little bit more. I mean, it shines it up nice. Not gonna lie, shines it up all beautiful. I mean, like, literally a drop more on there. Yeah. I think that will work. Oh my gosh. Scared me. Don't even know why. My husband's even yelling at him like, why are y'all barking? Supposed to be sleeping. Dogs sleeping. Okay. Put that light over it. Probably doesn't need a whole 2 minutes, but it's gonna give us time. While that's going, so there is like a hole right here. So I'm just gonna make sure it's big enough by drilling through that hole. Perfect. That was beautiful. Beautiful. So this one should have one too. This one, I'm going to go through the back side so that I can see the hole, because the front side, almost lower. Uh-oh, we got stuck. There we go. I knew the front side got clogged when we did a layer of resin, so just got it unclogged. This is probably a little bit too big of a drill bit for this one, but we're going to roll with it. Maybe. There we go. Yay! I was a little nervous for that one, but we got it. This one, I go from the back on it. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh yeah, that came out so much better. And it's actually not like rough where I thought it was going to be, so perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to make these into some earrings and stuff. And stuff. I like that word. Stuff. This particular thing doesn't have what I was looking for. Okay, so I'm going to take my glove off because I do not need it. Alright. have a toolbox near me that has a lot of my pieces for creating and making what we want, but it does not have my eye hooks in it, which is really bizarre. Like, where are they? Let's look and see. Sorry, I'm coming across y'all for a second here. No. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Well, we're just gonna have to reach and get what I need. And I think I'm gonna switch to my smaller drill bit because I don't want to make too big of a hole in these. Ouch. This desk is not designed for you to like scoot up in a chair. I hit my knee every time. Alright, so we're going to turn that off, or stop it, not off, but there's that. And I can usually do this pretty well one-handed, as you can see. I need, yep, that smallest version. Now, you'll see resin people probably like get one of those handheld ones. I am not successful at them. If you are, amazing, but I am not. So this tool right here is by far the game changer. Just gonna say. So I want to put just a little hole right here in the top. And that's going to be a little interesting. But we did it. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this one. Okay. And I said this one will do hanging, right? Let's just put one in it. Nice. Nice, so nice. These don't have holes in them. And I didn't think about that when I was doing the others. So I'm going to do one right in the middle. Maybe. Hold tight to it. There we go. We made it. Okay. Not really centered, but it will work. It will have to do. This one. Let's do him. Let's do it at the top here. Too. Okay. I think that got enough for what we're going to do. Alright. So, of course, we created a ton more dust again. So, I'm just going to take really quickly. This is cardboard, so I'm not going to spray it directly, but I'm going to just kind of, you know, not take our two little doodads, but kind of just wipe some of that dust up. Okay. So, let's play with this. We are going to UV resin the little eye hooks in because I think that's going to be the best. Oh, I have gold ones. Sweet. So we're going to do, let's see, I don't know how many I need of each, so we'll just grab a few of each of them. Ouch. stop myself with one. That way, what I want to do is put a little bit of UV resin, drop in it, and then screw it in. That way it's nice and secured. Just lay it on its side. I think we'll be okay. That hole was way too big even for this eye hook. That's wild. So that might be an issue that we run into. Or we're gonna be able to secure it with the light. So I'm off camera, I know, but the light is over here. Okay. Let's see. I guess let's do these silver. Typically, you're gonna screw the eye hook in, and this one, it is not all the way in, so I am screwing it a little bit, just twisting. I'm gonna put the eye part so it's sideways, basically, so that when we go to hang it, we have it sideways. And then I'll throw it under the light too. And then we'll just kind of keep working. I'm going to just make sure I'm still within y'all's line of sight. So the silver ones have a little bit bigger, I think, size. But even this one isn't really needing spun, which is not ideal. I'd rather want to be spun a little bit just so that it locks it in, but that is what it be. It is what it be. Okay, that one we went through. Those ones I will probably just turn into magnets, so I'm not worried about them. Alright, let's do this one. And I'm going to go silver because he had silver on him anyway. And yeah, the hole is more than enough big. So doing the UV resin is really important so that those can get sealed back in on it. Alright, then for these, I am going to use a clamp, essentially, for them. And I have these clamps that I got from Amazon, and I'll link them. But they're pretty easy to use. This one may not fit this. I did not plan this hole very well. But basically each end goes into the hole and then it just clamps down. You can grab a pair of flat nosed pliers and just clamp it in and it grabs on. So and now we can hook whatever we need to on there, a jump ring, whatever, to make this, you know, be how we need it to be. So that's very easy. These feel a little bit big for these ones, so I have another size. All sizes came in this kit that I got from Amazon. And I find that these are better than doing a jump ring at this stage, just because it's easier to get in place, one. Two, they hold up better than a jump ring is going to, given what we're working with. So now you could add your jump ring to the clamp ring now, and that would make sense. And actually, we're going to try something so that you don't have to open the jump ring. Actually, I'm going to do one of these fancy jump rings. It's like a double layer jump ring. So it's got 2 rings around it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get smartish here. Let's see. I'm going to thread that through there. Then I'm going to thread our clamp. And the clamps you can pretty much, I mean, you can get it closed initially with your fingers, but you're going to want your pliers to finish that close, just to make sure that it's in there and not going to go anywhere. But now, look, our jump ring is on there. We have a jump ring on there. That's going to make a cute little charm to a keychain. So, like, you could add it to any other keychain that you have that you want a little charm on. I think that is so cute. So you could do a keychain with this on it and then have this be a charm. I think that's cute. So cute. So what I'm going to do is, since I figured out it's easiest to put this jump ring on, I'm going to pull that clamp out, thread our jump ring on, and it's a double jump ring, so for keychains I think that's, I'm learning, but I think that that's the better bet, just to have it be in a better spot. Okay, look at that, cute. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get that. I really did not do that whole where I should have, but you know what? It is what it be. And actually, because of that, what I'm going to do is I am going to lay this over here where I want it to be. And I'm going to put a dab of UV resin in our hole. And then I'm going to cure that. That way it just seals it. And literally it's not going to take but a dab. And I'm going to let it sit there for a moment. And probably just go ahead and take, it's already fallen down in there actually, but take this and just go ahead and give it a nice little motivation. There we go. Okay. So coming along, let's go ahead and fashion one of these on here. And I know these feel excessively big for this little charm, but if you're adding it to a keychain, it's already gonna be bigger. This is a pretty small little charm, and it's an accent charm, so I'm not like overly worried. Just make sure your clamp is in there. I think those are called clamp rings. I'll have to check that, so don't like quote me just yet on it. But I think overall it'll be just fine. I think this one I can use for this little guy, but for that one I'm gonna need a little bit bigger one. And again, these are just gonna be keychain charms, or for like hanging off of something else. So, oh, nope. Well, maybe. I just have to get it. Yeah. I was like, maybe not. It's not going around. But it is. Yeah, because that's not going to come out of there. Yay! I think it's so cute. Y'all, so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think this is the next size up. And I think it would be true fashion tonight. I'm flinging things. True fashion. I just realized there's two sizes of these double jump rings. Oh well. I'm using the little bit bigger size. That is fine for what we got going. Look at that. I love how quickly we were able to make those. That was really nice. Alright, so now the clamp ring probably isn't going to have much wiggle room, and that's fine, but the jump ring does, and that's what we need to have the wiggle room. I'm not so worried about the clamp ring. I want the clamp ring just to be stuck in there, essentially. So now these, like, we can add a jump ring to them and be able to make this. I don't have probably a really good string to put that on, but you guys can use your creative imaginations and understand that. Same thing here. You just put a jump ring or thread this right through a string and voila. Or they could be, you know, on a keychain together. Or you could do kind of a string kind of situation. But I'm going to show you how to make these into the earrings. So this is now nice and solid in there. And we are going to use a traditional jump ring for these with an earring. And with jump rings and earrings, the big thing for me always is, as a wearer of earrings, is to make sure that when this hangs, that our earring hangs forward. So that this is in the back, the hook is in the back, and that the front of the earring is facing forward, basically. That's what you always want to make sure. So here we are going to need a jump ring to make that happen, because these, the end of this and the end of this are facing the same direction. So we wouldn't be able to make it. Now you could turn this on the earring hook, you can, but I think a little jump ring in between would give this some nice height, or length, I guess, is what I want. So I've got these dainty little jump rings, so we're going to get 2 of them, because that's what we need. Now, if you've watched my other tutorials, well, if you watched my other tutorials, you know that I have a jump ring that is super handy. And I panicked for a second because I couldn't find it. But I remembered where I put it in this toolbox. So I was like, I'm going to tell you how handy this tool is, and then I can't show it to you because I can't find my own one. So this is a jump ring tool. By far, if you were going to do jewelry, one of the best things you can buy. They're not very expensive, and they come in so handy when you're doing fine jewelry like this. Because if you've worked with jump rings, they can be a challenge. And I'm going to try to come a little closer so you can see. But basically, based on the width of your jump ring, you'll choose what hole, what slot you need. But you use that to help you open your jump ring with your pliers. So now we can, in theory, if I move my pliers out of the way, put our pendant piece on, and that is not going to be the way we need it. Put that on, and then I just don't have a good spot where I'm gripped. Use our ring to close. Use our tool, jump ring tool, to close that jump ring back up. Now I like to, wherever that opening is, being that these jump rings are so dainty, they're perfect for this set of earrings that I'm doing. However, being that they are so dang dainty, they are a pain in the tush. And if you've watched previous tutorials where I did jewelry, you've heard me say it's nothing like working with something really small and fine like this to make you feel like your fingers are so big, because you literally sit here and struggle with them. Yep, I knew that jump ring wasn't closed right. Alright, I'm pulling out the other pliers here, because we're going to need them. Alright. True fashion for tonight. True fashion. Droppity drop, drop, drop. I don't know why that didn't close very well. So I always like to come from both sides of the jump ring with my pliers if I can. I may not be able to with this one, because I just can't get the right angle. And I know my hands are probably in the way of you seeing what I'm doing, so I do apologize. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got enough of it. I never want to give or sell an item that is going to fall apart. Obviously, crap happens, but you know, you try your best to make sure. So I just flatten that jump ring just a little bit at the clasp. So there we go. So now, if you put it in your ear, that's what you have. XOXO, right? XOXO. So pretty. I just love these. By the by. By the by. Okay, let's try this another time. Alright, so find our opening. Use it to help us get this opened. It's like if I'm too close to the top, I can't get that one on. I should have maybe just bent the earring piece and just worked with it, but nope, I gotta complicate it. And if you've ever tried using pliers with two hands, it's a little awkward. But that one went so much better. That one just, it worked with us and it did what it needed to. Okay, perfect. Look at that, y'all. Okay, let me move these pieces out of the way. Actually, I'm going to put this on a black piece so that they pop. I'll put them on here so you guys can see everything that we've done. Granted, we didn't do really anything to these in this one except clean them up a little bit, add a little accent color. But, like I said, I would turn those probably into magnets or something. And of course, didn't really finish the keychains per se, but we got some adorable charms. These ones, I would probably put them in another resin piece, or like if I made a bunch of them, maybe fill a jar with them, just so that they're like that. That's what I would probably do with them. I'm not going to try to drill a hole in them and make them into something because they are so teeny tiny. Oh, you guys have a pretty good view. I'm going to come closer and just kind of go through each one. There's the Kiss Me. I love the depth of color in this. Like, there's a lot of color in it. And it's one that we did the black on the back. But it's got a lot of depth of color in there, which is fun. Here's the Hug Me. Look how pretty. Look at that. Again, so much depth. These two little charms. Look at this one. It's so cute. It's really pretty clear, but with that black background, you can really see the shimmeriness of the mica powder that we put in this one. This one, look at how cute it is. Fun. I love the little lips. Here's this one, the Love You. So much shine on these, y'all. So cool. Alright, we got this one. Look at that. It looks so good. Looks so good. This one. Look at the flakes. I wish I put one more heart down here, but I don't think I could have in the making of it. But looking at it now, I wish there was one more heart right there, but what are you gonna do? Look at this one. And it is clear. Just has the Mica Flakes on the back. We'll go to the earrings last. Look at this one. See, this one was cute because we did a few layers of hearts. Like, we got a couple layers of hearts in it, which is fun. And the back is so shimmery. The back, just shimmery. Alright, then our XOXO. Look how cute they are. They're so sweet. Got a big old bubble in there, but it doesn't. I mean, from far away, you're not going to see it. It's just because I'm so close and it's so shiny. But yeah, there is our Valentine's Day hearts. So, hope y'all enjoyed this series, and we'll be back again soon with a new one. Thanks for watching. Bye.